It's very much art or nothing. That sounds a bit romantic, a bit morbid, but that's the way I've come to live my life. I've been doing this for about 8 years. Painted soccer courts around Singapore, I painted shop houses, and I've also painted offices like Warner Music and Spotify. Whenever I create a mural, whenever I create a product, be it a shirt, a t-shirt, a jersey or shoe, whenever I see people genuinely enjoy it for what it is, that brings me joy, that keeps me going, and I continue to make art because of that. Hi, I'm Toby, also known as Tobyato, and I'm a local visual artist. Today, I'm going to bring you guys on a Tobyato art run, visiting some of my publicly accessible artworks around Singapore. I enjoy running and I enjoy art, and I realized one day I had a few centrally located artworks, so I did a run around visiting all of them. I've done this run with a few of my friends, and today I'll bring you guys along. Let's go! So this is the Trifecta Dragon floor mural that I painted with them in 2024. This floor mural is inspired by the 3 different sports that Trifecta hold. So the mural is actually split into 3 sections in 3 different colorways. So there's purple and red for skate, blue and purple for snow, and then lastly orange and blue for surf. And as a small nod to Singapore's history and heritage, the Stamford Canal was hidden and covered many years ago because of how Singapore developed. And the canal runs through here, so these swirls and water waves are actually a small nod to the past of the Stamford Canal. Whenever I mention inspirations of artworks that are stems in our national heritage and history, most people are more than happy to learn about it and also exemplify it in the murals that we create. I actually started art very late in my life. I only started art after army in university, and I realized I was very behind all my peers. So I started freelancing. If I wanted to learn a certain software, I picked a freelance project to learn that software. That was me trying to catch up. And fast forward 8 years later, I haven't stopped freelancing. The earliest memory I have of drawing for someone or client is actually in primary school when I drew my friend's favorite Pokemon. I remember giving it to my friends and they really enjoyed it. A lot of them kept it in their folders, in their files, and asked me to sign our names and stuff. Childlike joy of seeing a nice piece of work carries through to me through to my life. I do art because that's the only thing I know how to do. It's the only thing that I can foresee myself doing for the rest of my life. Today we are at the Mondrian Hotel and we are painting a collaborative mural between me and Jappy.
Hi, my name is Jappy Ogoncillo. I am from the Philippines. I'm based in both Manila and New York City, and I've been painting murals for the past 10 years.
Every commercial project is always approached different. Me and Jappy knocked it out within 2 weeks. First decided that we wanted to use the story of a lion to mix our styles together. We both sketched the lion, and from there we kept refining that one sketch. And Jappy continued adding his colors and his patterns, and I continued adding my shapes and my swirls into the final artwork. So I think the artwork really shows both our styles really well. Eugene, he's my university friend, so we go way back ever since the first year of university to now. And this is Ellie, so she herself is an artist. She does her own canvas artworks, fine arts. And this is Han. So me and Han knew each other when he was still in school. He was part of this mentorship program that I was a part of. We always chat and talk about doing something together, and the chance to do it in my home country is always pretty cool.
We would not have imagined it would be something so momentous as this, but that's how things go. The biggest challenge so far, aside from the sun and the noise, has been trying to get the scale as proper as possible to the sketch that we made, especially since it's on the floor. Having to sketch it out so that it makes sense from up above has been the most challenging part.
As you walk through, it's a lot more abstract, it's a lot more colorful, your reaction is a lot more instinctive. You see the colors, you see the playfulness, and then when they see the full thing, they go ooh, there's always a little wow. And that's that kind of the response that we hope we're gonna get. Right now, we're in my little home of me and my wife, and I'll quickly show you some pieces that I've designed. Main artwork in the home, which is commissioned by my wife. This artwork represents us because we're both born in the year of a dog. So you can kind of guess our age, but it's a small little dog and a big dog holding a rose. And this is a fun one. On a more personal note, Poca green tea is my wife's favorite drink. So I got a chance to collaborate with them and design a special limited edition artist bottle, which was sold island-wide across stores and establishments. So this was a fun one to work on. Designed this with a local skateboard brand. This is one instance of me being able to use my art to contribute to communities that I myself am not part of. A few years back, I designed this watch with G-Shock for Singapore's National Day. So this was actually my thank you and love letter for Singapore for allowing me to pursue my passion. So this is another one of my artworks around Singapore, located at Middle Chow Bar. The difference is that I did not create this artwork alone. So it's a big cat. A cat has 9 lives, so I created this with 9 LaSalle students. So right beside the artwork is a legend corresponding to the different panels of each student. So I created this over 10 weeks over an industry attachment program in collaboration with LaSalle and Samsung Singapore. So now let's go meet the owner of Middle Chow, which is also my friend.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
How are you?
Some water for you. I'm good.
Yes, please. Wow, special cup.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. We had a wall, it was empty. I saw his work somewhere. I thought, hey, maybe it would be a good idea for him to come and do something for us. When he came forward with a concept as well, it was very much in line with what we always wanted this place to be.
I think collaboration, unconsciously or consciously, has become a big part of my career. Without a space, without a community, there's no one to show it to. So spaces like this allows me to do things that I cannot do alone. And that's why I think for me, collaboration is a very big part of my journey. So this is our last stop of the day, and it's also one of my favorite artworks I've ever done. And this mural, even though it's located along Tanjong Pagar, it actually tells the story of Redhill. So apparently in the past, along the coast of Singapore, swordfishers were attacking villagers. There's this boy called Hang Nadim thought of this brilliant idea of taking banana stems and putting them on the coast, so the swordfishers would get stuck on the stems, and then it wouldn't attack people. So he got very famous because of that, because of how smart he was, and the chief at that point of time of the village got jealous, got him assassinated on a hill. His blood flowed down, hence Redhill. So you might be wondering why this is painted in Tanjong Pagar and not Redhill. According to libraries, research and all that, this Tanjong Pagar coast is where the swordfishers attack the villagers. So right now we are quite near our place, a small roof garden that we once in a while will walk by.
How many projects now at the same time?
I'm going to count. Last I counted was like 8. But 8 is 8 too many. But I have to do lah. You help me draw lah.
Sure, I help you to color. Yeah, so I met Toby about 12 years ago when he was an army boy and I was in university. Yeah, so that was before he started his art career, before he even started university.
Along with my art, the playfulness is something I hold very close to my heart. And I hope to continue lah. And one thing that I'm grateful for is that we can both still be kids even though we're like 30 plus years old. But we both didn't expect my career to reach where it is. And it's something that we are both trying to navigate in terms of the amount of work that I get and the amount of experiences that I get to do. So it hasn't been easy for someone to go through all that process and all these unknown experiences. So as with each new experience, I learned to be more grateful to have her by my side lah. Today we're doing a mural unveiling / a community silk screen party with the good people at Construct Labs. So the idea is to get people to bring their clothes, their tote bags, and get the silk screen of the mural design, silk screen on those items. The screen works in a negative, whereby you put ink, and it basically works like almost like a stencil, and you push the ink through the screen, and the parts that are negative will get printed out. So I guess we'll just like to end off to thank a few people. So thank you STB for having us. The title of the mural is called Leon at Lion.
It means lion and lion at the same
Pretty
time.
much.
Yeah. But I thought it was very interesting mix. Since it's both our cultures, both our languages, would make a lot of sense to put in there. I do believe that the event so far has been a success. We've had so many people from the community and also from people we've never met before. gather and kind of appreciate the work.
I think for me, the community has really got me to where I am. So whenever I can, I want to do more of these community events whereby I get to meet the people that have supported my work and I get to give them a little bit of my work for them to enjoy as well.
1, 2, 3.
I think being an artist in Singapore, it can get quite volatile. Obviously, pursuing arts in Singapore is tricky and it's difficult. But I've been someone that has been more reactive than a planner. So when things go well in a certain direction, I'll do more of that. When things don't go well in one direction, I'll do less. So who knows where I get to go?